Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Age of X-Man, issue number 1. This is a one-shot. There should not be any more of these, but then again, you never know. They might just that because this is actually pretty good. Look, real talk right here. For a comic book that was really only meant to be a bit of a story with some previews and a whole lot of setup for 6 new books coming out, basically. 6 new books that may or may not go anywhere. And let me show you those books. All of these books right here. This was a setup for next to Age of X-Man. This issue is just a setup for these 6 books. All right. So you might think, oh, sorry. So you can actually see what they're all, when they're coming out. This book should not have worked. Yet somehow this was actually a really entertaining. Let's say them both at the same time. This was a very entertaining book. Damn, this was seriously good. So credit where credit's due, my peeps. Welcome to a perfect world. Zach Thompson and Lonnie Nadler are the writers. Ramon Rosaros is the artist. Color artist, Triona Farrell. Letters, Clayton VC's Clayton Cowles. Cover artist, Phil Noto. And a bunch of variant covers. Sorry, guys, just can't do all that stuff. But anyway, so there's a new X-Men team. And you got to pay particular attention. There's a new mutant showing up, and she could do colors. She's talking about she can see like kaleidoscopes on her brain, and it's kind of interesting. She like says the wrong word. She does that a couple times in the comic book, which I actually really liked. That was actually really cool. Excuse me, really good part to this. Anyway, these guys are holding a conversation after this sort of battle, and Angel is, you'd figure like he's doing this every single day, multiple times per day. There's a new mutant that shows up in this world where everybody is a mutant now. Something happened, and now everybody is a mutant. So everybody's trying to use their powers for specific things. Some have a lot of power, some have a little power, whatever. It is what it is. But it doesn't seem like everybody's become a Morlock, which is what usually happens, right? So they go in at it, and it turns out that this is not quite the Age of Apocalypse. That's not what this is. This is something entirely different. This is specifically the Age of X-Man. This is his perfect world, the most powerful freaking air quotes you could possibly make. There are a lot of rules in here. Go figure. Go figure. In a world where the X-Men are trying to escape from so many rules, mother fat head. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that'll make a libertarian his head just spin around multiple times, because, wow, dude. So it's very important to pay attention to this painting on the wall and the people who are in it, to pay attention to the person who will not be in the painting by the end of the comic book. This is basically 1984 if there were mutants involved. All right, so the movie, 1984, or even better, the book, but there are some parts that you really do kind of need the movie to explain because they were like really difficult to understand anyway. And I don't care which version of the movie you see, the black and white or the color, whatever. Wow. 1984 is just one of the best books out there, in my opinion. It is one of my 2 favorite sci-fi. I can't decide which is better, that or Dune. They're both very different and yet oh so amazing. But this was, like I said, the mutant version, the X-Men version of 1984. It was so excellent. Perfect? No, not perfect. But the parts in here that were not perfect are not even worth really getting into. Plus, it's kind of getting into spoiler territory, and I just don't want to do that. Because even though this is an issue 1, it is also a one-shot, so I don't want to ruin this for you. But I would imagine that this solo issue was so damn good, such a great jumping on point for how crazy the world is going to become, that while Cyclops and Wolverine are fixing things in the Uncanny X-Men, all of this right here, when the fruit of this comes bearing, I think it's just going to be amazing. So yeah, congratulations in convincing me, Marvel, and the people involved in this comic book. Really good job. You guys probably deserve raises. That's real talk, because I could smell these books coming from a mile away. It's my mutant power. I could smell baloney sales, riffs being put out there. It's like, somebody's trying to put out a one-shot that's just really going to, like, try and get people to read multiple other comic books and branch out and spend their money all over the place. And I don't like it. I don't like it. Happened with Infinity Wars, happens all over the place, all right? Spider-Geddon and Edge of Spider-Geddon and all that stuff. I'm not a fan. And I'm smelling it, and I go and I check it out for the review. Impressive. Most impressive. Anyway, that was a really weird, like, Dr. Evil version of Darth Vader's talk. So the point is, this was good. I definitely enjoyed this. I think that you guys in general will enjoy this. Anyway, they actually, I think I think four of those 6 books upcoming are actually mentioned in here in narration boxes. Usually see the text boxes at the bottom of a panel that will say, oh, such and such happened back in, no, not in this case. This specifically, this is one of those rare times where every one of those narrator boxes say, for more on this, go and check out the upcoming, bang, bang, bang. So they're actually advertising something in the future. Not too shy. I saw you. I know what you did there. Okay, I'm aware. But this was actually really good. It was tasteful. It didn't feel like pandering. Some parts did, admittedly. Some parts did. But overall, I did not get a pandering mentality about this. Marvel is usually really good about, and I mean that in a negative way, really bad, I guess, of putting out books that are just like, okay, here's this book, buy more books. No. A lot of times these kinds of stories don't go anywhere. Right now, I'm still not sure if any of these stories are actually going to go anywhere or, lead to some insight that, the X-Men will use. We'll only know that after like a year or more of reading them. But for now, this was a really good issue, I gotta admit. I like where this is going. Is this going to be Age of Apocalypse worthy? Maybe. Maybe if they play their cards right, Age of X-Men could be talked about for a while. And it could be revisited also, just like Age of Apocalypse was. Anyway, guys, like I said, good comic book. I enjoyed it. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.